Of what?
And all the classes.
Instagram.
Thomas from martial arts.
Yep. Alrighty. All right. We're ready? Fantastic. Now, okay, no, it's fine. I just want to make sure that nobody. No, it's fine. I just want to make sure. It's fine. I just wanted to make sure nobody left their phone from another class. That's all. Not putting on.
Yeah, it's so tough. So
I appreciate this. So
if it's like no contact, I'm just learning.
appreciate that. I'm fine. I'm much better math. So we were talking about striking effectively, learning how to strike the last time, right? And for me, we talked about it's called vertical punch, right? Going over like sawing wood. There's not examples of that. So the vertical this talk about both the eyes, that's one thing. The elbow and the knee. These are the most powerful ways, to strike a person without requiring a whole lot of skill. Okay? And I know that may sound funny, but you want to be able to perform these tasks that are low skill, high reward. It's like let's say McDonald's is a perfect business. They find the least skilled people and they make tremendous amounts of money because of the way the system works, right? With a palm heel, the elbow, and the knee are the ways to generate the most power for beginners. The thing about the palm doing is you're not risking your hands, right? Elbows are very hard bone and it requires you to use your whole body. And the knee, it doesn't matter what you hit with the knee. Even if they block it, striking any kind of bone, the knee is going to do more damage to them than it will to you. Okay? So, from what we were talking about before, we started to this in neutral position, right? The way you normally stand. With the left foot, we're just going to step forward, boom, and go up. Now notice, I didn't just step forward and do this. I lowered my legs first, and see how my hip is turning? That's right. So when we're starting, this is our clock, right? So you start at 12 o'clock, you end up facing closer to 3 o'clock. At least your body does. That's committing your strongest muscle, which are your legs, your hips, and this thrusting motion of the arm, okay? Extremely powerful attack, does not take a lot of skill, okay? So, we're gonna do 5 each side, that way it's nice and back up, okay? So starting in the neutral position, facing me, step forward and palm. Good, now, what you don't wanna do is, you don't want your arm fully extended when you strike. You want to hit and push through, for lack of a better word. Because, let's say I hit at the very edge of my arm, that's all the energy I have to give, right? So I want to be closer so I can push through. A palm strike is the same way. You don't want to hit me with the arm fully extended. You want to hit me with some bend in the arm, and you want to push through the attack, okay? So you don't want to do this, you want to do this, right? Yes, we don't have to do it fast, we do it just like that, okay? Let's do 5 here. 1, good, and step back. 2, very good. 3, good. 4, now be careful not to let your elbow come out, because that disconnects your arm from the strongest muscles. Put the elbows in, and go from the back and your shoulders, okay? Do it again. Good, that's good. Good, one more time. Good. How does that feel balance? Step almost to 3 o'clock and go through your attack. Don't think about hard, just think about the motion. Okay? So bend first. That's exactly right. Do it again. Nice, that's the way. 3, 4. Now when you step forward, you want to try to bring your hands up at the same time. Okay? Yes, that's the way. Right in the middle of the logo. Yes, one more time. Sorry, point. Good, very good. How does that feel balance wise?
But
See, it is a gross motor skill, so it's not difficult. It's not terribly difficult when you kind of get something off the top shelf, right? We don't walk same side, but we do plenty of things like that, right? If you're trying to get something off the top shelf, you probably start the same side. But if you don't, this is still very much a gross motor skill, right? So in theory, you can absolutely do this, and we'll get to that later. But in any situation, these situations are best managed in microseconds, right? It's not as much time as you think. If you run the 100-yard dash in 11 seconds, you'll never make it to 11. You're far too slow. But the fastest you would ever do it, it is like 1.5 seconds. You're talking about a second and a half of whole body and trying to go fast so this works, and we will get to that later, but that's faster, and it provides enough force to stop the person. Okay? So, what do you get? This side, again. Good. Now, this time I want you to bring your off hand up to your face. I know it's natural to want to do this. It really is. Your body is balancing you. But you get enough force and be worried about, or not worried about, but able to protect your face at the same time. Okay? So step in. Good. That was my mistake. Get right in the middle. Good. Again. Now get in the habit of hitting and bringing that hand back. Okay? Do it again. Then it's high. That's the way. 2 more times. Again. Very good. Because I always tell people that the number 1 is a terrible number of self-defense. 1 is never going to be enough. If you're lucky, it will be. Luck is not what's going to get us through this situation, right? So plan on having to hit that person again and again. Not likely, not necessary in every situation, but if you get of the mindset that you have to hit them 10 times, hitting them twice would be easy. You're used to doing it 10 times, right? Overcompensating, I guess that would be, right? So let's do it 5 minutes. Just relax. Yeah, that's it. Do it again. That's it. Bring the hand up. That's better. Sorry, to your point. Good. Nice. One more time. Good. Now, I intentionally have people start on their offside first. Because if people do it on the strong side, they think, I can do this, and they start focusing on hitting it hard instead of hitting it correctly. 90% of the world is right-handed, so it'll be much easier to get on the opposite side. Okay? But this is how we just train the body to move without focusing on how. Okay? So try on the other side. Good. And now, what I want you to do is, this works for sure, but I want you to plant your feet first and then throw the strike. Because in that way, if you're doing this, it works, but you're not committing your body fully. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to move this back. It doesn't move much, right? If I plant my feet, it moves a lot because you're using more of your body with it. So, if you practice this, plant, hit, plant, hit. As you practice, it's going to be a much shorter motion with practice. It's like watching a little kid learn how to walk. They're all over the place at first. But you refine the movement, it becomes faster. That's what we want to do here. Okay? So plant first. 1. Yes, like that. And then bring that hand right back to your shoulder. Okay? Do it again. That's the way. Good. Again. That's what we're talking about. Again. Nice. Again. One more time. Very good. Easier on that side, right? That's the nature of hand. So, do it again. Plant and strike. Yes. Again. Good. Very good. 2 more times. Good. Nice. Simple but effective, right? It doesn't take any skill to do this. You don't run the risk of hurting yourself on a person's hands, not in the same way, right? If you hit someone in the head with the palm, it's still gonna hurt them when it hurts you, right? just to make things simpler. All right. So, step into the right hand first. 1, good. 2, no rush. 3, 4, good. 5, 6, 7, 8, good. 9, 10, very good. How's that feel? How's that feel balance wise? Yes, yes, yes. And as you get better, that time will get short. But you'll still plan first. It's just a way to generate more power. Okay? Okay. Good. 2, 3, very nice. 4, good. 5, good. 6, 7, excellent. 8, 2 more times. 9, 10, very good. How does that feel balance wise? Very good, very good. And remember, the idea is to understand the concept of this. You know, it's like boxing. They hit the pads and it's like perfectly, and then they fight and they don't hit all the punches, right? That's just how it works. So you want to feel as comfortable as you can and as effective as you can in a short time. That's why I always ask, how long do people want to stay? Because it helps you decide the pacing. Okay? Let's do it again. And then we'll get to something else simple so we'll go on. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, good. 7, 8, 9, 10. Very well done. Nicely done. Back this way. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 5. Very good. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very nice. That's very well done. Now, we talked about how 1 is a terrible number in some things, right? It's really kind of a terrible number for most things. It's like $1. Yeah, but and dollar doesn't do much for you, right? Would you like the back row? Right? Like 1 is not a great number. Less so in self-defense. I like to work in the laws of in the rules of 3. I like to throw 3 hard strikes and then reset and see what happens after that. Even boxers throw limited combinations. They're just good at doing it. Because after a while, you start to wear your arms out. You're not even being effective. You hit someone 3 hard times, that's better than 3 hard times, and then 4 kind of times, you're starting to get slower and leaving yourself exposed. Okay? So the way we're going to do this now is, you step forward with your left foot, let's say, and then step forward and do 3. 1, 2, and then step back. Then the opposite side. That's so good. Now, again, as you know, as you've seen, most of the point you go and pass by the face, right? So, hit them first, and they may not do that to you today. That second and third is jarring. Remember, a person with predatory behavior is trying to control you. Sexual assault, again, as I mentioned, is not a gratification crime, it's a power crime, right? So while you're hitting this person, scream, call them their mother. Think of all the swear words you know and let them out. That's the time. That's the equivalent of a dog growling or a lion roaring at you. It's to off balance you mentally. Okay? So we're going to do 10. 10 sets of 3. All right? Start left hand first. Go ahead. Now think. Don't focus on the power now. Just overwhelming first. Okay? So stepping up the other hand. Yes. Other side. Very good. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. Good. 6. 7. Very good. That's 8. 2 more. 9. Last one. Very good. How does that feel? That's music. Yes. No, that's exactly what I want. You should feel empowered. It should feel empowering. Because if you walk out going, hey, pretty good at this. If anybody with any idea sees you, they're not going to choose you as a potential victim. One of the worst parts of what I do is I'm watching footage of people that have been interviewed in jail for how they chose their victims. And they say there's certain things that disqualify a person. So you may have been looked at and passed over and didn't even know it. That's still a win, right? Preventive is best. They look for people who dress nicely, not expensively, but they look well put together. That speaks to an organized policy. And they think if this person takes care of how they look, they might have compared to other contingencies, like what to do if a person follows you, right? That's the psychology of a predator. They'll look for people who are looking people in the eyes. They're looking for people that are looking to edge away from folks, right? These are all keys to a predator. So if you walk out of here and go, let me get myself a taco, and you're strolling through feeling good about yourself, anyone who is looking to will probably disqualify you even as a potential victim. And that's where empowerment matters, right? I haven't had a fight in 27 years. I was just a kid last night. I was in my 20s last time I fight. But, I know how to feel, and that's what you want, right? You don't want to have to fight. It's great if you never fight again, especially if your body language disqualifies you as a potential victim, okay? So, that means let's go. Yes, that's one. That's two, yes. Three, excellent. Four, good. Five, good. 6, 7, good. That's 8, come on. 9, last one. Beautifully done. Very good. How do you feel? I can do this, right? That's excellent. And like I've told 1,000 people in 1,000 classes, in this country specifically, they breed victims of what they tell young ladies. There's videos on playboys or blocks. There's videos of adults. This country breeds victim mentality, right? My daughter is the sweetest little thing of all time, and she's always goes to sunshine. But I tell her, and it sounds more impactful in Spanish, but it's every rose has thorns. We all smell roses, we admire their beauty, we know they will prick you if you grab one. That's what you want. Strength and femininity are not mutually exclusive. Or how they are, at least in this country, right? Most fraternal societies are that way. Whereas in the East, like in Southeast Asian, and that in other places, they're run by fraternal societies. That's why I'm talking about some mother groups here. I'm talking about the father, right? Your power is in there. You just have to let it out. Don't think that it makes you less of a woman because you just pounded it hard when you deserve it, right? So feel powerful, feel strong. Palm strikes are extremely effective. And the thing about it is, if you open your hand and put it in front of your face, look how much of your face you're covering with your palm. I'll make a fist. See how much better you can see? That's why palms are so effective. If you hit somebody anywhere with their palm, their fingers are going to obstruct something, right? Aim for the center of their face. If you can't hit that, hit something, right? Now, next what I love on the list of things is the knee. Because knees hurt anyway. What we're going to do is we're going to step in, hands come up, and we're going to knee. Now, you're not sliding up this way, up. You're not doing this. You're doing this. As you raise your knee, and so it's pushing you from the bottom. Okay? That way you're maximizing the potential of this strike. Okay? So let's start in a neutral position. And to mess with you, I'm going to have you step forward to the right foot first. And then knee. Okay? Don't think about the power. That's exactly right. 1, 2. Your knee is not your knee. Your knee is a sword that you're trying to put through that person. You're not trying to retract. This is think about playing cricket. When they hit the ball, they don't go and pull the cricket back, right? They follow through. That's the same thing you do with any weapon that you use. Palms work that way. Knees work that way. Okay? So, Step in with the right foot, the other right foot hop. And then knee with your left. Good. And then step back. Okay? Find a neutral position. One. Inhale through your nose. Two. On the knee. Boom. Yes. Do it again. Start from the neutral position. Hands down. This is a warning. Let them know. Relax. Good. 1, 2. Good. Do it again. 1. Hands come up. Lift your legs. 2. Good. Better. Again. Good job. Again. Hands down. This tells people that it's coming, right? Go ahead. Good. That's the way. Again. Just start like this. Boom. Good. 3 more times. That's good. Boom. That's it. Right, step. Yes, step forward. You want to give yourself momentum. We'll talk about that more in just a bit. Boom. Good. Last one. Stepping forward. Hands down. Boom. Very good. Feels a little awkward on that side, right? But you can still put, I know it does. And that's why I always have people start on the off side first. If I start on the strong side, they're going crazy and they go, oh, the other side sucks. No, start on the other side. You get there. Right? So, relax. Take a step forward. 1, 2. Good. Very good. Now, when you step, this is one of those times that you want to step directly in front of the person. Even as far, like me personally, I can put my foot where their foot is, but you can absolutely step in between their legs and knee for the center of their body. Okay? So, boom, good. Don't forget, bring your hands up when you step. 1, 2, good. Now be careful not to do this. So when you step straight ahead, let your hips are in line with theirs. Okay? 1, 2. That's it. Now knee through me. This is the hard part. You're doing all right. Okay? 1, and come up, 2. There you go. Again, 1, and come up, 2. Good. Like you're pulling your knee. Go through me, okay? Find it. That's better. Now we're getting it. Good. Remember, first thing you love most is in the closed door behind me. I'm gonna get one shot to knock you down. Okay? So again, 1. That's better. Focus on that thing that helps you realize how valuable your life is. Think about the fact that the second I decide I'm trying to impose my will on you, that your life is 10 times as valuable as mine. Right now, we're all equal. A predator will deserve no mercy. Right? Because they put you in this position to do this. You're not going, hey, let me hurt someone as badly as I can. They put you in this position. So let's focus on that. Okay? Boom. Good. Again. 3 more times. That's 1. Good. That's 2. That's 1. That's 3. That's not bad. How does it feel? It's like weird on my left side. I get it. Because most people don't spend any time on one foot. I've spent my life on one foot, right? Which is why this doesn't bother me. For everybody else, it's a little strange. But if you're right-handed, you're not used to balancing on your right foot. That's how you're used to balancing. It'll be much easier on the other side. Because if you're right-handed, you're used to balancing on your left leg. Your left leg will be looser. That's just the nature of how this works, right? So, hands down, take a deep breath. Okay, 1, 2, there you go. Hands down. 2, good. Again. 3, nice. 4, that's the way. Go through me. 5, 6, 7, very good. 8, nicely done. 9, take a further step. There you go. See the difference in momentum? I can't generate much momentum if I do this. I can generate a lot more if I do that. Okay? It's all business. When I look at the human body, all I see is a bunch of pulleys and levers. And I know how to turn them, right? That's really what it is. It sounds funny, but after high school, I remember thinking, oh God, I'm never going to need geometry. We used to teach kids how to do stuff. I'll show you what I mean. Not making this up, right? This is for my kids who struggle with where to put their feet and how to understand this. Triangle, right? I help kids, this is how I teach kids where to put their feet. They're just square stance, stepping in with one foot, attacking with the other, right? So I'm just saying that to say that this is all, because where the H was hit, it's all math and physics. I hated math and physics in school, but this is how it works, right? So step in, left foot, knee with the right. Boom, that's better. So step all the way into me. Good. Remember the psychology of this. I'm walking toward you, so I'm expecting you to back up. You're walking toward me because you're going to try to put me in the next zip code. Okay? So, boom, yes. Now don't come straight up. I want you to go in. Think outside from this triangle. From your foot, belly button to the ground. Right? Step in. There you go. Now, be careful not to lean back because you're taking your own power. Watch me. My hip moves that way. Don't worry, it takes practice, okay? Go ahead. There you go. Good. Step forward. Don't need that torso back. Just think about me through me. Bigger step. Better. Good. That's it. One more time. Come on. That's one. That's two. That's three. Very good. Again, I know for people that don't spend any time doing this, it feels, yeah, it feels unusual. I'm sorry. Yes. No, this really helps. Like, I've taught classes. I've taught self-defense classes. I've taught kickboxing classes for when women started to cry in class. And I just left them alone. With whatever it is they're working out, they don't need me to help. They're already doing the part. They're already crying, and that catharsis is coming from the movement, right? They don't need me to go, oh, they're not. They're crying. Let them work it out. It's not a crash for a reason, right? When you look at this, when you do this, think about what it is that put you in this place, okay? So, I realize that might be a bit hard. I'm in a habit of pushing back so it doesn't, I've trained with fighters and stuff. I'm used to adding the resistance part. My mistake. So what we're going to do from here is, remember, we're going to step in. 1, we palm. 2, we knee. A palm strike is very, very powerful. And a knee, even if they block it, there's a whole knee where it counts. Knee anywhere. Many can do this faster than anything. Don't count at that being able to work. Knee anything, and this one that hurt. Knee in the thigh. That's horrible. We've all had cramps before. I think about someone it's like being hit in the leg with a bat. It really is. Okay? So, we're going to go 1, 2. Now, just to make sure to throw you off a little bit, I'm going to step right hand first. 1, 2. Good. And then step back. Step over the other side. 1, 2. Good. And back. That's all right? No, this is why we practice. That's right. 1, 2. There's nothing wrong with stepping across the body. It's just a little bit slower, and we want to do this as quickly as we can. Okay? So, do it again. 1, 2. Good. Other side. 1, 2. Don't stop. Keep going. From here. Don't overthink. I know. Thinking is the enemy of action, right? Think about if someone powerful in front of you, and you have to think, oh, I should probably move. You get hit, right? In the martial arts world, there's a concept called Mushin, and it means no mind. It's something like a reflex, but it has a little more touch and texture. You want to be able to just feel it. So you'll never stop yourself. Very good. If you make a mistake, do something anyway. Because in a situation like this, if it doesn't work perfectly, you can't go, oh, sorry, did you reset? No, do something anyway, right? Remember, the fighting back is the issue. That's what gets you away. It's not that you're still boxing, you're pumping the double jab and the round. You're fighting, period. I'm trying to overcome your sense of self, your sense of safety. That's not an option. And fighting me back will take that away. Okay? So, step forward with the right foot first. 1, 2, very good. Other foot. 1, 2, that's it. Now, don't lean so high this way. It's a scooping motion. Okay? That's okay. Yes, don't worry. This is is why we practice, okay? 1, 2. That's it. Again. 1, 2. That's the way. Good. Nice. 1, 2. Good. That's okay. So don't think it. Relax. Relax. No rush. Okay. 1, 2. That's better. Again. I hit everything in there. Can't go at the same time though. Then you're like, punch your kick. It doesn't work that way. So take your time, no rush, okay? 1, 2. Now, step forward to the left, palm to the left. 1, 2. No, you should lower your body. 1, 2. Okay? Now the right side. 1, 2. Good. 1, 2. Last time. 1. Very nice. I know this feels a bit awkward. I know it does. Because nothing that you haven't practiced before feels normal, right? That's okay. Why we practice this? Now, to make sure that you feel more comfortable using this, see the problem with doing the one knee and the one strike and then the knee is that it feels very sudden, like you feel like you can't get yourself together, right? So now, 1, 2, 3, and then the knee. I promise you this will feel different, okay? So I'm gonna start with the right hand first because I start on the weak knee. 1, 2, 3, 4. No rush. I'm gonna go slow. Don't think about the power. Just think about the motion, okay? This kind of stuff is very different from contact or combat sports because in combat sports, boxing, wrestling, and the like, there's a guarantee that there's a referee. You're gonna be the same size, and you know this person doesn't want to kill you, or they don't want to take something from you that you're not willing to get. You're in a wrestling match, get pain, but not defending. In boxing, that kind of happy, never got practice. That's fine. This is something entirely different, right? So just focus for a second. Think about that thing that makes you worth protecting, that thing in itself that makes you go, no, you can't do this, not even close, right? And we'll go from there, right? So, I want you to step forward to your right, remember 3 palms. Excellent. Did you see how your balance was a little better? It's because you got to plant your feet when you're throwing the strikes, okay? That's it. So stepping forward to the left foot now. Boom, yes. Step in with the right one. Excellent. 3. Other side. 4. Very good. Stepping forward on the other side. 5. Good job. Other side. 6. Sit. Other side. Relax. 7. Good. Nice. I can feel it. Just relax. 1 good. 1 great. Other side. 8. Good job. 2 more times. There you go. Last one here. Very good. Very good. You were more balanced because of the 3. Before you're thinking 1 and out. With the 3 strikes, you got a chance to settle your weight, settle your body, let your body right itself. Your knees were a lot more powerful and they were a lot straighter because your body was settled. Okay? That's why I say don't think so much about it because you will snatch victory out of the jaws of defeat, or defeat out of the jaws of victory if you overthink it, right? Just relax. Like I said, this is not like a match. Take anything competitively based out of your mind. Remember, a fight is agreed upon. You and your husband are walking down the street, some guy goes, hey, your wife's not. That goes, hey, it's not cool, man. I said she's not, what are you gonna do about it? Hey man, look, that's not cool. That's a fight. There's a mutual agreement somewhere in there. Not to fight, but there is a back and forth, right? And usually, a cooler head can prevail and get you out of the fight. This is what we do in a criminal assault. It doesn't matter why you did it. did it, they have to pay for it, right? This is the part of the male brain that a lot of women have trouble understanding. It's like, well, he was bumped into when they started fighting. Because the person got bumped that hard, it doesn't matter why the person did it. The person did it. And that's not acceptable. Because to let that go means that a person can do anything they want to, and you just have to take it. It's the male on male version of men are sexual assault as well. So I can't say that, but it's that same kind of understanding of, dude, who do you think you're talking to? You can't do it. It's that. Why they do it doesn't matter. That they did it means they have to pay for it. Okay? So the problem is a lot of times women will be initially accosted, assaulted, and they're trying to think about why this guy's doing this. I wasn't doing anything yet. That's what doesn't matter. Right? And the psychology of that is really important. Like, have you ever heard maybe in asking someone to fight, they got into a fight, that guy stepped on his shoes. It's not that he stepped on a person's shoes. If I have a pair of shoes and the guy steps on it, hey, you stepped on my shoes. And the guy keeps walking, it's not the shoes, it's the fact that this person is disregarding your right to be left alone, to be safe. That's what the fight is. The shoes are just a catalyst. The shoes are just a symptom of the problem, which is, I don't think you're worth apologizing to. You're nothing. Men don't need to know why someone did that. They'll just swing back. Women aren't wired that way. But we need to kind of think about that. There's no portion of this which is based on reason. Because reasonable people don't assault each other. Reasonable men don't assault women. Whatever their trauma is, whatever that happened to them, that's not your problem. They're going to stop today. This will be the therapeutic intervention. Hey, it's not the one they planned on, it's the one they're getting. Right? Don't think about why, just attack that. Okay? So, stepping in right foot first. 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Other side. Okay, take a bigger step. You want to move me out of my space if you can, okay? Again, start from the position and just come straight in. Good. Again. You're making it this way. So you get that box. I know this is a habit. But I can see you do this. I'm watching some this kind of thing. It probably won't make a difference to a person that assaults you, but you don't want to go, okay, no warning. Right? This is the equivalent of what I was saying about this couple for fights. That's why I don't tell people to go, come on, man, want to fight? No. You go. Ah! There are no words, right? The most poisonous snakes don't make a sound before they bite you. King cobras do not whistle, rattle, or do anything. They bite you and you die. King cobra can come and help them. None of us are that big. Well, that would be amazing. But, you know, like, for the most part, we're not that big. Don't give a warning. Okay? So step into the left foot from here. Good. That's the way. Other side. Good. Remember, savagery, ferocity is what's in it. It's not being a better fighter. It's willing to damage that person. Good. You were kind of confused about the steps, but no.
I think I stepped in with both.
You did, but you kept doing it though. That's the important part. You didn't stop and go, oh, let's just reset. No, you went through it. That's good. Okay? So stepping right forward, you take a longer step. That's what you want. Good. Stepping forward. Good. 2 more times. Oh, that's fine. Don't stop. Last one here. Good. How does that feel doing the 3 as opposed to the 1? Feels different, right? Because your body naturally gets to settle into the thing.
And I think like once we start swinging, then it's better to like kind of neutral.
Yes.
Than doing moves.
Correct, because your body is balancing itself in motion, right? If you do this, you can find yourself off balance. Yeah.
Like it's going this and then this.
There's not a lot of time or space to recover if you're unskilled, or if you haven't practiced this. But if you do this, this whole time your body's recalibrating where it needs to be, and then boom. Okay? So, any questions so far? Okay, good. I mean, not good. we talked about the person grabs your wrist and how to get out of that. That's fantastic. But for this, we are going to, your arms are measuring sticks. However long they are, this tells you what you need to know. Remember, nobody can get closer to you than this without your permission, right? So, what we're going to do is, if you see a person being aggressive out here, do not let that person, that is perfect, yes, that's the way, perfect. Don't let that person get all your personal space before you go, I'm about to do something. That was perfect. Now what we're going to do from that motion is, we are going to stop, and then on, bang, right in the face, okay? That's great. So, let me go with this. So, as I'm walking towards you, step forward, extended arm, and home. Home. Good. Let's do the other side now. Same thing. Okay? Home. Yes. That was 2, 3, other foot. 4. Good. 5. Yes. 6. Extend that arm. 7. 8. 9. Last one. 10. How does that feel? That's how you control distance. At that point, you're controlling the distance, not me. Okay? Great. Now, stepping in, right foot first. 1. Good. 2. 3. Deeper step. 4. That's it. 5. 6. 7. Come on. 8. That's it. 9. 10. Very good. Simple, but effective. Okay? It's really simple, but effective. Very powerful shot. Okay? You can hit whatever. If you hit their face, start digging, scratching, whatever. You don't have to have long nails to do this, okay? Because any friction will make the person turn their eyes away. That's just the way humans are wired. Okay? So, this time, we're going to do this. Hey, look, be cool. And we're going right after that, okay? If a person is aggressing upon you, if they're speaking aggressively, if they're speaking, what's that? But they're using bad language, foul language, then don't think that they're going to stop when they get to you, okay? This is going to be our guideline for what we're doing. This won't be perfect. This is the idea. Go ahead and put your feet in those. That's exactly what we're doing. See, if I put if I put 4 circles down each step, directly in the circle in front of you, this is what I do for my kids. And if I did this, you know what you're going to do? Probably, as an adult, actually, well done. Most people do this. I want you to step across. That way, you're not as big a target, and you're committing your whole body to the attack, okay? So that's the idea of this triangle, okay? You actually did it perfectly the first time, but when you make that step, watch my back foot. If your foot is turned in, your knees are digging into the ground, and you're gonna get super tense, and that can potentially hurt your knees later. Not likely, but it is a possibility. That, the chance of harm is 0. So we want close to 0 as possible. So, you're going to step into that red circle with your hands out. This is your warning. Remember your warning. Hey, don't come near me. So, you're going to, exactly like that. Hey, now look, it's cool. Yes, that's your distraction. That's 1, and then 2, bang, just like that. Very good. Let's do it again. Warning, verbal boundaries.
Hey,
Good step.
hey, step back.
Very good. Step on the other foot. Verbal boundary.
Hey, step back.
That's right. Do it again. Other foot.
Hey, step back.
Very good.
Hey, step back.
Good. Very nice. That's it. Good. And both hands come up. So do it again. Arms out. Yes. Again. That's good. No, there's nothing wrong with that because your hand are actually kind of loose. That'll probably hit them right in the eyes, which is great, right? You still did something. Because that may be enough if you hit them guys to make them go, ouch! And then you can go, oh crap, wrong hand, and start belling on the person, right? No, it really makes a difference, right? Remember, the psychology of this is why I'm doing this, not because I'm going, hey, it's hard thing I've ever seen, and I think the cool thing to do. But no, this is a person that already has a twisted way of thinking about this, okay? So go ahead, step in. Yes, again. Very good. 2 more times. Nice. Excellent. Very well. Good job. Any questions? How does that feel? Yes. Good. That's what I said. There's a ways to teach something that I always said. Nothing else. You go get lower, so the person closest to the planet is stronger. My hips are lower than his. I'm stronger than the way that I can move. Do the maximum amount of damage. Scream, swear, yell, fire. All of the things that you don't do in polite life make a difference, right? Dogs don't walk around growling and barking when they're happy. They do when they feel threatened, right? Lions don't roar because they respond. They do because it's scary. Lions roar and everything else in the savannah goes, oh, she's awake. And they move, right? You can hear a lion roar for 5 miles in the savannah. Everybody in that 5 miles is like, oh, don't you waking him up? And they move, right? There's a point to this. The bleeding of elephants, the shaking of the raptors, all of these things convey something. You go, hey, don't touch me. It's like, gee, I didn't expect that from her. She's just a... And that's all the hesitation you need to give them, right? And then they go, stop, don't get on. No, that encourages predatory behavior. So, as much as you guys are civilized folks, say something weird or oddly scary to make them go, wait, what? You know, it seems weird, but about a couple months ago, this man who was both on drugs and had some mental health issues was approaching me. And I go, hey man, look, be cool. And he's looking at me, I go, hey, be cool, I'm only gonna step back once more. I don't know, cost me by that. And I don't know what made me think of it, but I go, you take another step, I'm gonna kick your kitties out of your butthole. And he stopped and went, I don't even know where I came from. It stopped him and he was like, I don't want that to happen. And he left. I don't know what made me say that, but it sounded weird enough to make that person reconsider, right? I don't know if I'm saying stuff like that in my regular day life. Neither kitties where they belong, right? But if you say, if you touch me, I swear I'm sending you to the hospital. They'll be like, wait, this lady's half my size. Why does she feel confident in saying that? Does she really think she can do that? And if she thinks she can do that, why does she think she can do it? What did I mean? That's how you change the mind of a predator, right? It sounds weird, but psychologically, we're very much like animals in that way, right? Take another step and your mom will cry over your casket. They're like, Jesus Christ, what? That doesn't sound like normal people's stuff, right? But that's the effect. You want to give a moment of hesitation where they're like, wait, why would she cry? Why she gonna get choked? That's what you want to introduce to a person's mind. That's why the verbal warning is so important. You take another step, I'm sending you to the hospital. You may not swear at all, but again, you're projecting something that's changing the mind of a predatory person. Okay? So, stepping forward, verbal boundary.
Stay back.
Good. Now, remember, with the front hand, this is a warning. So you don't want to do this. This takes you a little bit of your reach. You want to do this. Not this way, this way. The second that person touches your fingertips, send them to the hospital. Right? So stepping forward again.
Stay back.
Yeah, same way.
Stay back.
And then, good. Other foot. Seven.
Stay back.
Give me the point. No, don't stop. You should have hit the anyway. That's fine. I get it. Take a deep breath. You said boxing is a sport. Self-defense is real life. Right? And boxing can be useful, but this works better. Right? So, go ahead.
Stay back.
No, that's fine.
No, wait.
Now you want that arm extended, because you want the maximum amount up here. Because if you just put it in the stomach, you might just leave me over, right? You want that here, also as a diversion, if you need it, right? That's better, like this, you want your palm, yeah, slightly bent up that way. Good. So, not fully extended, just a slight bend in the elbow in case they charge into your arm, okay? So,
Stay back.
good, and then, good. So the side, right foot, arm out, up here,
Stay back.
right here in front of you. Okay? And then, good. Other foot, extend that arm.
Stay back.
Arm is too up here down here. You want to do this. Because one, with any luck, they'll look at the end of your hand. People are funny. If you go here, you can hand a person almost anything. They'll take it from you. No, it's true. Walk up and give your husband or whoever you know something stupid. Watch them go, why did you? Or take them a second. No, you think of marble. What are you doing? Matters, right? So, let's do a few more. So, go ahead. Arm out.
Stay back.
And then, good. Other side.
Stay back.
That's better. Good. Right more.
Stay back.
Good. Don't retract that arm. Leave it out. That's a distraction. Okay?
Stay back.
Good. So you, that's right. Because,
Older than
I'll show you why. If you do this, in theory, it gives you power. But in practice, they'll probably lift your hand. Hey, don't look. Boom. Right? That's how people work. When you're driving and see things across the road, your eyes go to that thing. Anything close to your face that way, your eyes will focus on. We're just kind of wired that way. Alright, let's do a few more. Good, so forth.
Stay back.
Yes. Good. Better. Again.
Stay back.
Good. One more time.
Stay back.
Good. Very good. How's that feel?
So the confused part. I think I can.
No, you say, no. Let's figure this out. Is this because it feels unusual, or is it just one hand and then the other that's messing you up?
I think talking.
Ah.
If I don't talk, maybe.
All right, let's try it without.
Yeah, I can try without.
Okay. So step forward. This foot first. Mm-hmm. Hit anyway. With the other hand. Hit anyway. Right? Does that make a difference to talking versus not
I
talking?
think a little bit.
Yeah. And it just takes practice, so don't worry about it. Like I said, this is the first time we've done this. So just think about standing facing 12 o'clock and then turning toward 8 or so. And then turning toward 4 or so. Okay? It's more art than science sometimes. But that's really well done. You guys have any questions on what we practiced today? Thursday. I definitely want to do more of this because I wanted to also introduce the elbow, but we didn't get a chance to. So we'll start with this for like the first 20 minutes. The last 20 will be elbows. Elbows are excellent. I like this one. Okay. Yes. So good job. It's nicely done. Good job. Very good. I'll see you folks on Tuesday. Just remember, you're not supposed to get it all right the first time. This is why we practice. Okay, this doesn't take away from anything. You guys did great. Your first time did great. Okay?
If I plan to continue,
Yes.
what times are available?
I'd remind myself to do something later. But yeah, I want to have bigger groups because people need this. I mean, like I said, sexual assault is 34% in this country. And there's-
Just feel it's little far, so.
Yes,
Is
understood.
it gonna be twice a week if you do a long time?
Once a
At
week.
least. I'd like to try to do a third day, but we'll see how I can work that into the schedule. I'd like to do it a third day as well if possible.
Oh, not once, 2 times a week?
Well, twice like you have it now, and I'd like to have it another time, maybe on the weekend or something. Or maybe even during the week, I'll give it a twirl, see what I can come up with. Okay? You guys have difficulty making the 7 o'clock time, or
No, it's just, I don't know.
it's a bit of a travel?
Yeah, a little bit, but.
Okay.
Make it work. I can make it work.
Does 6 then after the week after?
Yeah.
What's easier for you?
6 to 7. Yeah.
I'll see what I can do about that. Okay. All right. Good job, ladies. Good work. Good focus. I'll see you guys. See you ladies next class. Hi, sweetie pie. I'll see you in a sec.